Okay, welcome back. You're here on step 2. It's all about your list size and your leads. For anybody new, having a list is nothing more than basically having contacts, right? Potential customers. It doesn't matter what business you're in. You could be selling juice. You could be selling digital products, MLMs, biz ops. You could be out in the world. You could be like a property manager looking for new clients, a dentist, lawyers. Everybody needs leads. They need potential customers, right? So we need a list. This way that we can stay in contact and we can follow up and we can drive these customers or even old customers back to places to purchase and do more business with us. So it's very important to have a list. And that's what we're here to do, right? So we need to determine what's our list size currently. Are you one of these people here that has, 50,000 to a 500,000 leads, and you're just here for a self-hosted system set up properly? If that's you, most likely this video you can skip because you already have so many leads. You're good to go. This video is more about for the people that don't have a list and kind of how to get started, right? The next category I would say is you're somebody with a mediocre list, right? You have between maybe 5,000 and 25,000 leads. And if you're in that group, then you may want to consider picking up a little bit more leads, depending on which end of the spectrum you're at. Now, obviously, you don't have to. The system will work perfectly fine. I've actually created, and we'll get into the warm-up phase in one of the videos below, but I've created two styles, right? So for people that have bigger lists and then for people that have smaller lists. So you may want to consider, picking up some leads. And then most importantly, this video is going to be for the people that have no list right now, right? So you just purchased the system, you're getting into this, you want to build a list, you see the value in it. When you get the system, I give you 500 leads for free. Right, so that's kind of like an extra bonus that's in there. Normally people have to pay $100 for 500 leads. You did probably see the one-time offer to get the 1,000 leads at a cheaper price. So you may be here with 1,500 leads. Now, to me, that's still pretty small. You really want to try to get yourself up to 3,000 minimum. I like to see people at around 6,000 to 7,000. Now, a few reasons. One, when you start mailing, right, when we do this warm-up phase and we start mailing these things called the ISPs, right, Hotmail, Gmail, Yahoo, we want to increase the volume so they get used to us, so the delivery increases. They allow our mail to come through. If we have bigger lists, they see more mail, and then they start to kind of warm up to us. Lower, it still works. It's just a lower amount, it's a lower volume. So obviously, the more leads you have, the faster things are going to work. And then later on, I'm going to show us how to compound our list, which is kind of like a little trick that most people don't know about. And if anybody knows anything about compounding, right? If you have a 3,000 person list, and you compound it, right? You make an even trade. Your list goes from 3 to 6, and I only recommend people do one trade, maybe 2 trades at most. So if you trade a second time, you'd go 6 to 12. Now let's just look at the person who's got a 10,000 person list. He makes one trade, he goes 10 to 20. He makes a second trade, he goes 20 to 40. Right, so he went from 10,000 leads up to 40,000. You went from 3 to 12. There's a huge difference in that, and obviously you can play with the numbers. If I was at 20, I would go 20 to 40, 40 to 80. So consider purchasing leads. You most likely will not find better pricing. That's also another bonus benefit of being a member here is I've purchased leads for many years. I've been online for 8 years. A lot of people in the system right now have worked with me in the past, and basically I get to buy leads at a very cheap price because I buy in such volume and I've been buying for so long, and now I can kind of give you pretty much the same deals that I get on them. So you can pick up a lot of leads at a cheap price. And remember, buying leads is kind of like the starting point. You have to get set up, and then once you're moving, the business will run. So That's all for this video. Very short, very sweet. Just kind of want to talk about, leads. And now we're going to get into really like cleaning and segmenting and getting things moving so that the server is running. That'll be in the next video. Thanks. Bye-bye.